Hello, here Al Nilein News as we cover the breaking news from Sudan.
In a move to bolster developmental cooperation, Egypt is exploring mechanisms to support the reconstruction of Sudan, signaling a commitment to its neighbors' early recovery and long-term stability. During talks on Thursday with the Sudanese ambassador to Cairo, Imaduddin Mustafa Adawi, Egypt's Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Ahmed Rustam, affirmed the government's readiness to harness all capabilities to support human capacity building in Sudan, particularly in the fields of developmental planning. A key outcome of the meeting was an agreement to prepare a comprehensive study for Sudan's reconstruction. This document is intended to serve as a formal reference for future discussions with international financing institutions. This initiative follows a joint commitment made in late February to prioritize economic trade and investment cooperation. During a visit by Sudanese Prime Minister Kamal Idris to Cairo last month, President el-Sisi emphasized that Egypt is working at both regional and international levels to end the conflict and alleviate the humanitarian suffering in Sudan. Seeking to modernize its own governance structure, Sudan has requested Egyptian expertise in establishing a new administrative capital. Ambassador Adawi expressed Sudan's keen interest in learning from the planning and execution of Egypt's new administrative capital and AC east of Cairo. Following his visit to Cairo last month, the Sudanese Prime Minister confirmed via social media that he had discussed the creation of a new administrative city with President el-Sisi. This diplomatic push follows a firm December statement from the Egyptian presidency, which warned that the territorial integrity and unity of Sudan are red lines directly linked to Egyptian national security. According to the Egyptian cabinet, Minister Rustam and Ambassador Adawi agreed to intensify technical coordination in the coming weeks. This will include joint workshops to review cooperation indicators and lay the groundwork for a new partnership phase with the United Nations aimed at turning strategic goals into high-impact social and economic projects.
الحكومة السودانية وهم إن أرادوا الاستمرار فيها فهذا شأنهم. نحن لن ننخرط تحت مظلة الرباعية في ظل وجود الإمارات العربية المتحدة الرباعية بدورها كوسيط. إن كانت تريد أن تظهر بشكلها الحقيقي فلها ذلك.
In a high-level diplomatic exchange on Thursday, Sudanese Prime Minister Professor Kamal Idris held a telephone call with his Kuwaiti counterpart, His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah, to express Sudan's unwavering support following recent Iranian attacks on Kuwaiti territory. During the call, Professor Idris received an update on the current situation in Kuwait, reaffirming Khartoum's commitment to the security of its regional partners. The Prime Minister formally declared Sudan's total solidarity with the leadership and people of the state of Kuwait, emphasizing Sudan's support for Kuwait's right to defend its national sovereignty. Prof. Idris condemned the strikes, characterizing the aggression as a clear breach of international law and the United Nations Charter. The Prime Minister concluded the call by wishing the state of Kuwait continued stability and prosperity. In response, Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah expressed his deep gratitude to the government and people of Sudan for their principled stance. This diplomatic outreach underscores the strengthening ties between the two nations. It is worth noting that Kuwait has maintained a distinct position within the region as one of the nations that strictly withheld support for the Rapid Support Forces militias during the ongoing Sudanese conflict, a factor that continues to bolster the bilateral relationship between the Idris administration and the Kuwaiti government. Catholic bishops of Sudan and South Sudan decry brutal massacre. Catholic bishops in Sudan and South Sudan have expressed profound grief and moral outrage following the brutal killing of approximately 178 people in northern South Sudan on March 2. Local officials reported that unidentified gunmen allegedly linked to the Sudan People's Liberation Army in a position carried out the assault in the Ruweng administrative area. Authorities confirmed that the victims include at least 90 civilians, among them women, children, and the elderly, alongside 79 soldiers. In the wake of the bloodshed, scores of survivors fled to a nearby United Nations peacekeeping base seeking sanctuary. This massacre marks a volatile escalation in violence that has once again pushed the world's youngest nation toward the brink of full-scale war. The bishops are calling on the government to take immediate responsibility for the security of its citizens. Bishop Carlos Hari emphasized that the population deserves to live without the constant shadow of fear. In a formal statement issued on March 2, the Sudan Catholic Bishops' Conference condemned the killings as a new descent into the abyss of human degradation, where the sanctity of life is trampled upon the alarming impunity. This latest tragedy underscores the fragile nature of South Sudan's peace process and the urgent need for institutional reform to protect vulnerable communities.